Hi everyone, Barry here from Mitosu Crafts. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for joining me for the Stamp Around UK video hop. The theme for this month is ink colours. So as you can see, we have all of the lovely new ink colours here on the table in front of me. So we have Magenta Madness, Bumblebee, Cinnamon Cider, Just Jade, and Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to be using these to create a letterpress technique using ink and embossing folders. Okay, so concentrating on these colours and using that technique. So let's crack on and show you how fun and easy this will be. Okay, so I've already created a couple of cards already using the Magenta Madness, Bumblebee and Cinnamon Cider, which I will show you at the end. I'm now going to create two cards here using Just Jade and Misty Moonlight. All right, so I've already gone ahead and I've gone and cut my card bases down to size. So these measure 21 by 14.6 and I scored them down the middle at 10.5 centimeters. So I've got two of those ones here. I have got myself some Just Jade cardstock, okay, and this is measuring 13.6 by 9.5 centimeters. I've got myself a bit of black cardstock, which is 13.1 by 9 centimeters. And a bit of Whisper White here, and I've got Whisper White Thick for this one, which is 12.8 by 8.7. Okay, so I've done that twice. So I've got that in the Just Jade, and I've also got that in the Misty Moonlight. So it's actually the same measurements for both of them. All right, so I'm going to crack on and do the letterpress technique. So I'm going to start off with the Just Jade. All right. So what you would also need, as well as obviously the colours, you will need yourself a sponge brayer. Now you can go direct to the embossing folders with the ink pad, but I found it was quite dark, but I found you get a nice subtle tone when you use it with the sponge brayers. So I would highly recommend you invest in some sponge brayers. So we're going to get the Just Jade, pop all of that to one side for a moment, and we are going to grab, and I'm using the lovely new Evergreen Forest 3D embossing folder. So this is available from the 4th of August. Okay, all the way up until just at the end of December. And it's absolutely lovely. So it's a lovely forest scene which we have got here. So all you want to do here, the ones with the writing is the front of what I would class as the front of your embossing folder. And that's the part which we actually want to pop the ink on for this particular one. Okay, so depending on what side you want it to go onto, you do. So what you want to do is you just want to ink up your sponge brayer with the Just Jade. Okay, and we then want to, well, how do I want to do this? I'm gonna go this way. Okay, and then you want to just transfer this ink over onto this embossing folder. And you just want to build up. So the more ink you put onto it, the stronger it's going to be. And I will decide in a moment if I want to go landscape or if I want to go portrait. So I'm just going to cover a larger area just so I can make that decision in a second. Okay, and all you're doing is you're just putting the ink onto this, and when we run it through the embosser machine, it's going to push this lovely colour into the paper. Okay, so that'd be enough there. So now what I want to do is I want to decide, do I want it to go that way? Which I think I do. So I want to come up a little bit. And I want to go down like that. Okay, so push it, hold it down, and you will now want to make sure that you keep this in place. So hold on to this nice and firm. So once you've got it, hold on to it, because you don't want it now, because it's now started to transfer this ink over. What you're going to then want to do is you're going to want to bring in your big shots. And you will need, for this particular one, you will need the 3D embossing plate. So depending on what machine you're using and what setup you've got, you'll have to use whatever machine, whatever plates you need. But the principle is the same. You'll name your machine, okay? And then we then want to run this through the big shot. I'm going to go forward and then I'm just going to bring it back. I'm still holding onto it nice and tight as well. Holding onto it nice and tight. And then we can then go for the reveal. And there we go. What we do is all we've done is we have just transferred over the ink, but because obviously it hasn't gone into the indents, we've now got some nice white trees as well. So this would be really nice to maybe do a two-tone on this one as well. So you could probably do a nice blue sky and then a green for the trees down here. That would look really, really pretty. But I'm just going to keep it nice and simple for the moment. So you can probably get a couple of impressions out of that. It will work out differently if you do it on the opposite side as well, but that's just how I would do it, because I wanted the white trees here. So I'm just going to pop my inky embossing folder, and the way I would clean that is I would just pop that in some, run it under some warm water, and away we go. Okay, so this one here, what I need to do is I just need to grab myself some glue, and I just want to pop some glue on the back of this bit right here. Okay, and then I'm just going to mat and layer this onto some black, just like so. Okay, I'm just going to hold it down a second, because obviously it is an embossed one. It does tend to curl up a little bit, and obviously it's because the glue hasn't, obviously because there's a bit of a gap there as well. So that's that one, and then we will then pop this onto the not the Misty Moonlight, the Just Jade layer, just like that. So we're going tone on tone. That one there. Pop the glue on the thing. And I have also gone ahead and I've gone and pre-cut myself some circles here. Now these circles are from the Tasteful Labels dies, and I'm going to be using a thanks sentiment from the Beauty Abounds stamp set, but also you can use any sentiment you like. But I'm going thanks, and I am keeping it in the same colour as the whole card, which is that one right there. So we're just literally just going tone on tone. I have also got the new ribbon here as well. So you have got the 2020-2022 in colour ribbon, so in Just Jade as well. So I'm just going to cut myself off a bit of ribbon. Enough, so it should be about that much. Right there. Okay, so I've got my tear and tape here. And what I want to do is to attach my ribbon. How I tend to do it is I just wrap it around the back, and I put a bit of tear and tape over the back of it like that. That holds it in place. And then I do exactly the same, the opposite side as well. Like that, and then over the top like that, just to hold it in place. With the sentiment, I will be using some dimensionals. So I just grab those, grab my Take Your Pick tool, and just pop these, pop a couple of these, a few of these on here. 3 of them should do nicely. And that one there can get popped over those ones right there. bring in the enamel dots as well. So these are all in coordinating colours. So I'll just grab these. And I'm going to pop a couple of these on here as well. So I'm going to do this in this colour, and I'm going to do it exactly the same but using a different embossing folder for the Misty Moonlight. And we have one there, and I have another one up there, like so. Okay, once we've done that one there, that can then get stuck to the card base. Nice and simple. And so please be sure to make sure you give us a thumbs up, like our channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well, then that way you'll be notified of any future videos which we do. And we try to come to you a couple of times a week on YouTube with some videos, so yeah, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We would appreciate, obviously, you joining us. And we do give away some of our cards as well. So on our live videos on a Wednesday and a Sunday, we do a lucky drawing and we give away some of our cards as well. So watch us to be in with a chance to win some of our makes. All right, good. So there's that one right there. Going to pop that one to one side, and I'll show you all 5 of them in a moment once I have finished. Okay, so we're going to do exactly the same process with the Misty Moonlight, but I'm going to use a different embossing folder this time. So the embossing folder which I've decided to use for this one is, again, the new Winter Snow embossing folder. Now this is absolutely lovely. I really like this. I'm looking forward to playing with this entire suite actually. So it's really, really good. So the same thing, we want to grab yourself the Misty Moonlight ink pad. So this one here, loving this blue. Grab yourself a sponge brayer. So obviously I've got a different sponge brayer, but you can use the same ones, but just clean them in between. And we're just going to take off the ink here, and I'm just going to ink up this. So I'm going to try and go a little bit deeper and darker with this one. So the more you do it, the stronger that colour is going to be. So you just have to, you can see it getting darker as we go, but like I say, you can go direct to the cardstock if you want to. You just straight to the embossing folder with the ink pad, but I found it was very, very intense. It was very dark, so I didn't want to do that. I preferred it with the sponge brayer. It was much more subtle. Okay, so once we've done that, pop your card this side, and then what we would do is then bring that over. Again, hold it firmly in place. Bring in your big shot once again. Okay, and this one needs some different plates on this one, and this one goes on like that, and we'll just run it through the machine. Sorry about the wobbles. So if you like anything you're seeing us use, you can head over to our online shop. If you live within the UK, France, Germany, Netherlands or Austria, anything you see us using, you can purchase from us via our online shop. If you do purchase from us, please be sure to make sure that you use the current host code to get a little extra reward from us the following month, okay? So which is good, and we'd really appreciate your custom. Obviously it helps support us as well, and it helps bring us more videos like this to you. All right, so we've now just gone and done the letterpress technique again, and we've now transferred this Misty Moonlight over onto this cardstock, and we should have some nice white snowflakes if this has worked correctly. And there we go. Love it. How beautiful is that? It's just really, really subtle as well. Obviously, you get a little bit of, it's slightly distressed. It's not 100% perfect. I think it looks really, really nice. So that's that. Pop that dirty folder to one side, and we'll clean that up in a moment. Obviously, if you're making these in batch, it makes no difference. You can just use the same ink pad over and over again, the same embossing folder, it'll be fine. But obviously if you're just doing it once or twice, you just want to soak that up and get it clean. All right, so the same thing, we will just stick this to the black layer, which I gave you the measurements for at the beginning. A bit blobby on that one there. And I like the black layer as well. Now the black layer is just a couple of mils bigger than the white layer. I just think it just helps pop it out, especially on this misty moonlight. I think it works really, really well. Okay, so that's that. Lovely. So another thing which I want to say to you as well is, obviously if you do decide to shop with us, we also, or Jay is part of what is called the Stampin' Glam Squad. So for every £45 which somebody spends, they will then get the tutorial free of charge. Now basically it's a selection of demonstrators. I can't remember how many is actually for it, but there's a few demonstrators on there which put together a bundle tutorial bundle every month. And then we give that away free of charge to everyone who spends £45 or more. So if you want that free of charge, then again, head over to our online shop, and then it will then notify us when you've done that. So same thing, let's just measure out a little bit of this Misty Moonlight ribbon. I just love that everything coordinates perfectly. Bit of tear and tape once again. So as this is part of a hop, be sure to check out everyone else's links at the end. So you can find everyone else's links to their blogs down in the description down below. Please hop along and go and see what else everyone else has created. We've got a very talented bunch of people, and I'm sure you'll have got lots of inspiration will be coming your way. So please continue with the rest of the hop after this one here. So there we go, that's that one there. Bone folder, that one. I have got my circle, so I will just do that one with my blue here. Just going to stamp that on the back for a moment just to make sure, because I think there's a bit of contamination on that, because I haven't got my scrub with me. There we go. That's fine. And Hank's in the middle. So you can quite easily do something else. You can put Happy Christmas in there if you wanted to, but I think it's a nice winter thanks for this one. And let's pop some dimensionals on this one here. And that one can then sit right there. Put some glue on the back, and then we will finish up with some of the enamel dots. Don't you just, what's your favourite colour? Please let us know in the comments down below. Let us know what you're loving. What embossing folder as well, because I'm going to show you, we've got a couple of embossing folders, so I'm going to show you those at the end. So I've not used the same embossing folder twice. And the Misty Moonlight enamel dots. One there. Another one there, and one more. Like that. And there we go, there you have it. There is my two cards, which I have made with the Just Jade and the Misty Moonlight. Now, there are 5 colours, so I have 5 cards to show you now. Okay, so there is the one. So we're using the letterpress technique. Very, very subtle. So that's the one which you just see me make there. And there is the one with the Just Jade right here. I've used a brick embossing folder. I love this embossing folder. It's one of the best embossing folders. I just love the detail on that. And I've used a bumblebee on that one. Really, really pretty. So all coordinating colours. I've used a wood one here, so for the cinnamon cider. And I have used, I couldn't remember what it was. So the Parisian Flourish 3D embossing folder for this one right here. Lovely, really, really nice detail on that one there. The wood one, as I mentioned, was a pine wood planks. Okay, so which is that one there. And then we have got brick and mortar, which was this one. Okay, we have got evergreen forest for this one here. And we have got winter snow embossing folder for this one here for the misty moonlight. There is my selection right there for you, using the letterpress technique with inks and the embossing folders. Okay guys, again, please make sure you hit the description down below to see who's next on the video hop, and please pop back here if you'd like to purchase anything. Thanks very much, and we will see you again very soon. Bye for now. Bye.